Hello, have you guys ever tried cooking bitter leaf and water leaf before? It goes together, it's very good for the body.
What's this?
That's water leaf, that's bitter leaf.
All right.
And there are different types and different ways of washing your bitter leaf. The Igbos, after bringing out from the stalk, know what they do? They spread it under the sun so that the sun will make it soft a bit, so that as they're washing it will not shred too much, not be tiny. But in our own place, my tribe where I'm from, you don't wash it like the Igbos make. They make their own bigger and long like this. I can see this size in the soup, but our own, we wash it immediately, we bring it out from the stock so that it will be tiny, and shredded, to be well shredded, and it will be tiny. Then you can cook it with water leaf. This water leaf is actually from my farm, my water leaf farm.
So here's the water leaf farm, right? And that's where we pick the water leaf from.
This water leaf is from my farm, and this bitter leaf too. I have it plenty. In fact, if you want to just call me, I'll dash you some. I have it plenty.
So here's the bitter leaf.
If you have a space around the compound you live, you can as well try to plant some veggies. It will help you to eat fresh and healthy. You can plant the veggies around if you have a space where you live in your compound. It must not be your own compound. Where you live, if the landlord can allow you to plant some things, you can plant. Because like I have space, so I have bitter leaf. This bitter leaf is from my farm. This water leaf is from my farm. I have scent leaf. I have curry leaf. I don't have to buy them. I plant. I can easily make food early in the morning. I'll just jump out of my house, get it, wash it clean, cut it inside my food. It keeps you healthy, because most of these veggies that we buy from the market, they are not plant, they don't grow natural like the ones you have in your environment. People use it for business, so people go as far as putting fertilizer. I'm not saying fertilizer is bad, because most of the things we consume they are being grown with fertilizer. So the people like this vegetable, there are some people that put fertilizer on their own so it will grow fast, so that they will cut it and sell it and make money. There are people that groom water leaf almost okay. Don't you imagine that there are some season that water leaf is out of season, but you still see them. You still see them, despite the fact that they'll be expensive, but you still see it, because there are some people that's just their business. They use lots of fertilizer to plant it so that they will have to sell. So it's good. So this soup I'm going to make this morning is water leaf and bitter leaf. This bitter leaf you see here, I'm going to wash it, bring out the bitterness. I'll wash it as many times as I can. Then when I test the final product of how I want it to be, I want it to have a little of bitter, because it's not really good to wash the bitterness out completely. Yes. So I think I know that I read somewhere, or I researched that bitter leaf is antibiotics, so you don't have to wash all the bitter out. So there will be a little bit of bitter, but I'll wash it. By the time I wash it, the outcome will be very tiny. So then I'll wash my water leaf very well. I'll chop it into chunks, into pieces. Then I'll cook it proper, the normal way we cook. First of all, you cook the water leaf first. You dry it, you add your crayfish, you add your fish, your meat, your ingredients, and everything you want to use to make up your soup. Then you put your oil, you allow it to cook properly. You have to parboil all your meat, your stockfish, and all those stuff. Then after, you pour inside the water leaf that you're cooking on fire. Pour oil. When you put your stock cube, when you've gotten to the desired taste you want it, of course, plenty crayfish. Most of my soup make up plenty crayfish, because I like crayfish. I'm from where we have crayfish, so I'm already used to using lots of crayfish for my soup, because that's how my mom grew us. We grew using lots of crayfish and less of stock cube. to make food. So at the end of the day, when the water leaf is done, the texture you want it to be, you can add your bitter leaf to it. Stay it, cover it to cook for like 5 minutes. Soup is ready. You serve it with gari, you serve it with fufu, you serve it with semo, or you serve it with pounded yam. Any swallow will go with bitter leaf. I trust you. Try it out. Bitter leaf is a very nice soup. If you want more detailed way of how to cook it, you can inbox me. You can send me a message. I can do that. I'll do it for free. Teach you how to cook and some other food like afang soup, like editan soup, like any kind of food. I can even teach you how to cook ekpang koko for free. But you have to buy all the things needed to make up the food. See you in my next video. That's all for today. So this weekend we are eating bitter leaf and water leaf soup. See you in my next video. Bye.